Welcome to today's yoga class. Today's theme or practice is going to be focused around the hamstrings, so lengthening and stretching out the backs of our legs. If you have a strap or a belt or something that you can use, even a scarf or a towel that you can use for this practice, go ahead and grab that and put it next to your yoga mat. We are going to start standing, and this is going to be quite exciting. So standing right away, you might feel that your hamstrings are a little bit tight. So you're going to stand at the top of the mat with your feet pretty wide, maybe about mat distance. Toes pointing forward, and then just feel for a moment your feet into the ground. Toes spread wide, slight bend in the knees. All right, you got this. Good. Settle into your place of comfort, of ease, of yoga. You're going to hinge at the waist, folding forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. It might even look like a squat as you come down to the floor. Hands will be touching the ground. If they don't touch the ground, bend the knees even more. Again, you might look like this right now. So we want to avoid the huge round in the back, this type of thing going on, and instead get deeper into the legs with the bending. So fold it forward. If you've got a little bit more open hamstrings, they might be straighter. Shake out the head a little bit here and take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. Each exhale focusing on relaxing and releasing into the position you're in. Inhale deep down into the belly. Exhale out all the stale energy and lift over oxygen. So we'll take the hands and grab the elbows and putting a little bit more weight into stretching out the back of the body. Sway from side to side. Start to feel what that feels like from right to left side. Notice any catches or discomfort or imbalances from right to left. Just be aware of them. You don't have to change anything right now. All right, take the hands down to the floor. Heel toe your feet together. Together meaning either hip distance apart or toes touching. Bend the knees deeper. Using your core strength, roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time, keeping the chin on the chest till you come up to a standing position. Good. Roll the shoulders back and down into a nice tall standing mountain pose. We'll step to the top of the mat and work our way, as we do with our vinyasa classes, into our sun salutations. So feet are together at the top, standing up nice and tall. Draw the knees up, shoulders back, tall posture, palms face forward. Take an inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Lengthen your back, look forward. As you exhale, plant the hands down and step back into a plank position. This first one's always slow. I like to take this first one slow. It's a great time to check in with your body and your breath. Make sure you can breathe through each of these positions, postures, and transitions without losing that breath. If you do lose the breath or it gets choppy, back off. Like drop the knees down. That's cool. Shift forward into weight into the hands and the fingertips. Heels forward. Bend the elbows up to 90 degrees into a tricep push-up, chaturanga. Lift your heart to up dog. Roll the shoulders back and down, look forward. As you exhale, look down and roll it back or press back to down facing dog. Let's press the heels one at a time to the floor. Pedal the feet. And again, notice the hamstrings in the backs of the legs. And that's our focus today. If they are feeling extra tight, keep the knees bent. Your heels may or may never touch the floor, and that's okay. You can even widen out the feet to get a little bit less pressure or less strain on the back. One thing that we want to avoid is straining the back if we are working on stretching the hamstrings. And once you find stretchability in the hamstrings, you might find that your lower back pain lessens or goes away. Okay, walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. You can keep the knees bent, hands on the shins or the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, rising tall, hands overhead. Right back down, exhale, forward fold. Back to sun salutation A. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale, shift high on the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Careful not to go too low in the chaturanga. Exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take a few more breaths here, this time keeping still. So instead of pedaling the feet, we're pressing the heels towards the floor. Slight outward rotation of the heels, and same with the hands. Elbows hugging in, neck long, and you're gazing back towards the toes or the knees. Tailbone lifting high. And to really stretch out the back of the legs, you have to engage the front. So you can lift the kneecaps and engage the quads. Okay, one more deep breath, then let it go. Bend the knees, look forward, exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, rising tall with a flat back, reverse swan dive. Exhale, forward fold, right back down again. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, shifting, top of the toes. Exhale, look forward as you descend. Inhale, up dog, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your feet together so the big toes touch. Lift up right leg, bend the knee, then open the hip to an external rotation. So this is going to feel a lot more on the left leg as your left heel presses down and that right knee rises. So you're stretching out. Okay, switch it. Take the right foot down, left leg rises. And at the same time you're focusing on your legs, you are getting strength in your upper body just by holding this position. How's it feeling? Okay. Press the heel down, lengthen the leg, lift that left knee, and take the foot back down to the floor. Bend the knees, look forward, inhale. Exhale, step or jump forward. Half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rising tall, stand overhead. Hands by your side. Awesome, let's get into like a standing balance version of a hamstring stretch. We'll also do this on the ground. So grab your strap or towel or whatever it is you have, a scarf, and let's balance. So we'll start with taking the strap or taking your thingamajig. I'm going to call it a strap. So take your strap, whatever version you have of the strap, underneath on your right foot. So right above the arch of the foot, below the ball of the foot. We're going to stand up tall, get grounded through the left foot. Shoulders roll back. And take that leg straight forward. So the strap is what's going to help get rid of the strength that we need to have in our hip flexors and quads in order for us to stretch out in our right leg. So this is a little bit much, taking it hip height. We can keep it down here. At the same time, you're working balance, so that's awesome. So holding onto that strap and standing up tall. What's also going to help here is if you engage your core. So keep that strong and firm throughout your body. How about a little bit higher? So you keep walking your hands closer to your foot while standing tall. So we're not leaning forward, we're still standing tall. How about a little higher? Then find your edge or your limit where you can still breathe and remain comfortably here with a straight leg. Now here's a little challenge for you as well. Left hand places on your hip. Take your leg out to the side. Woo, you're going to squeeze your right glute without leaning to the side. Like I said, we're also going to do this lying down, and it's going to be a little bit easier for you. But this is how we build a little bit more heat in our muscles. Let's take it back to the center and let it go. Switch sides. Now step into it with your left foot. Right foot on the floor. Stand up nice and tall with that good posture. Mountain pose style. And start to elevate the left leg. Keeping this leg strong, activating through the top of the leg and stretching through the back. And you're gonna start at your level. Again, check in with the base leg too. Make sure the toes are spread, pressing into the floor, and think of being grounded, rooted, and supported by the strength of your body. Abs in. Higher, how about a little higher? Still standing tall. Okay, let's take that left leg out to the side. Right hand on your hip. You can even press firmly with that right hand and take the left foot out to the side. Okay, bring that left leg back to the center and let it go. Woo! Okay, take this, we'll use this again on the ground. Have it next to you. Step back to the top of your mat. Heading into some lunge variations. Palms forward, less balance, more just leg work. Reach those arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. We use the sun salutation to transition. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step back to plank pose. High plank, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg as you inhale, do so slowly. Exhale, step between the hands. Take the back knee down and lengthen out into this low lunge. So you feel the left hip flexor and quad stretching out as you're activating the right hamstring and leg. So again, we're always constantly going back and forth. We're heating and stretching. So lengthen one forward. When you exhale, straighten the front leg, pull the toes back, half splits. You might find it easier to keeping your hands on your thigh instead of the floor. Let's go back and forth with that. Inhale, take it forward, lengthen. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, forward. Exhale, half splits. Forward. And half splits. Hold this half splits. In fact, we can sit on that left heel if your left knee is okay with that. And get a little bit deeper. Lift back up, shifting forward into that low lunge. Let's take the back toes, tuck them under, lift the knee, or reach the arms up. Let's strengthen that leg a little bit. We'll reach forward, sweep the arms back, bend the back leg, lift off. Another balance pose, a little bit different this time. It's called Warrior 3. Should feel awesome on that right leg. Yeah? Yeah. Woo. Reach back or hands to your heart, whatever's best for your balance. Left toe should face the ground. Okay, gently step back into a lunge. Reach those arms up for a high lunge. Bring the hands back to the floor. Knee to the ground, then heel to the right foot across, heading into pigeon pose. Right knee down, extend the back leg. You might find this a little bit challenging, so you can take a block or a blanket or a pillow underneath your right hip. Sit up tall, then exhale as you fold. Forearms down or forehead down. You can even stack the fists, making a little pillow or height for your head. Let's take that back. Take the hands, let's draw the hands back under shoulders, lift the upper body. Tuck the back toes under, lift that right leg back to a single leg down dog. Pause, take it high, and place that right foot back to the floor, regular downward facing dog. Toes together, lift the left leg, inhale. Exhale, step between the hands. Back knee comes down to the floor. Lengthen as you inhale. And hold. Keep the fingertips on the ground and feel the length of that right leg. Let's go back and forth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull the toes back, sit back. Straighten that left leg. Fold. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Forward. Back. Forward. And hold it back. Straighten that left leg, pull the toes up and back. You'll feel more in the calf, left calf. Hold here or sit back on that right heel and get a little bit deeper. Shift forward, hands next to the left foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift that right knee. Reach up. Inhale. Lean forward, reach those arms back. Taking off into warrior three. Lift off. Straighten both legs. Make sure that there's a straight line from the right heel through the crown of your head. So you can be a little bit more upright or tilted forward into that T position. Hands reaching back. Or hands to your heart. Okay, step back gently into a lunge, reach the arms up high. Then hands come down to the ground. Step back. Just single leg. Downward facing dog. Lift that left leg up and back. And place your foot down to the floor. Shift back to plank pose one more time. Just a quick little vinyasa to reset. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take the knees down. Sit back on the heels. Swing the legs around. So this is where we're getting into a little bit more hamstring flexibility, lying down on the ground. So roll yourself to the floor. Make sure your strap is next to you. Lengthen up the legs. Take your strap around your right foot. This is one of my favorite exercises to do, and especially if you're just working on flexibility for the backs of the legs. So whether you're here or a little farther, you're going to use the weight of your hands and that strap to pull your leg closer to the upper body. Now we'll keep the left leg active, toes pointing up. So instead of just hanging out and only working this leg, we're still activating the left leg too. Pull the right foot towards you. And then you can let the weight of your arms and gravity do its thing as you breathe. Staying a few deep breaths. And then keep the strap in your right hand, left hand on your thigh or hip to keep it down. Right leg goes out to the side, externally rotate, open. Keep the leg above the ground and pulling upward towards upper body, rather than just letting it drop to the floor. Keep pressing through the heel and engaging the leg as you stretch. Take that right leg back up. Switch sides, we twist it. Strap in the left hand, take it across your body. You might pick up that left hip, left leg a little bit to get it across. Keep the shoulders down. Right leg will extend opposite side. Another great thing you could do, and it'll allow you to feel more, is take your right thumb, right hand, and press your hip bone away from you. Press your femur away as you pull your heel and your foot closer to your upper body. So this little push and pull action. Okay, let's take it back up to the top and pull that right leg once again straight back, maybe a little bit farther for a couple breaths. Okay, release this side. You can already tell a difference from side to side after that sequence. So let's take it on the left leg. Right leg straight up, pull back. Take that strap right above the arch of the foot and pull. Keep the right leg active, both legs active and straight and strong. Give it time, be patient. That's what this practice is about. We don't practice yoga because we're already flexible. That's silly. I think I've gone above my 30-minute time. Let's see. Oh no, I haven't. I'll have to edit that out. Okay, hold on to the strap just in your left hand. We'll take it across outside, external left side of your body. Right hand on your thigh, your hip. Keep the legs straight, strong, and active. Shoulders, as you're in a supine pose, your shoulders are always anchored, both of them, to the ground. It's your anchor points. You lift your leg back up to the top. Switch sides, grab the strap in your right hand. You can pick up that right hip a little bit as you turn, twist across. Left shoulder stays down, left arm out to the side, or using that hand to press the hip away and create a little more activation and sensation in your IT band. If you run, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a runner or an athlete, you've probably got some tightness in this area. Whew. You lift your leg back up to the top. Pull a little bit closer to your upper body. Couple more deep breaths. Okay, let go of the strap, or put that to the side. Hug the knees in, both of them, rock side to side as a little release for the lower back. And then take your feet down to the floor together with your knees opening wide into like a butterfly position or just Supta Baddha Konasana. This is just wide bound, lying down bound angle pose. Rest your hands either on your belly or one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart to feel what's going on. Allow yourself to relax in this position. When we change the position of our knees when we're lying on our backs, either spread out or knees knocking together, that can be helpful if you have any pain or discomfort in your back, low back, mid back. Bolsters and props are also very helpful. Okay, let's take the knees back up. Walk the feet out to the side, out to the outside edge of the mat, and knock the knees together and see how that feels. What we're doing is just noticing how these different relaxation positions feel after stretching out our legs. Okay, then pick a pose, whether it's one of those two, or legs out in front of you, to relax in Shavasana for a few minutes. So allow the feet to fall open, hands rest by your side, or knees together or open. Close your eyes and take a few breaths to relax, to absorb, and to enjoy these next few minutes. Stay here as long as you'd like. And as always, thank you for joining in our yoga practice today.